Good afternoon. And welcome to the fall convocation of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. We would ask that you please stand for the posting of our colors and remain standing for our national anthem. You may be seated. We will now have greetings by Dr. Gary Crosby, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs here at Alabama A&M University. Dr. Crosby.
The present conditions and dark circumstance may make it appear that I have not a chance. The odds may be against me, this fact I admit. I haven't much to boast of, just a little faith and grit. In spite of things that stand in my way, I'm determined to be somebody someday. There's no royal blood running through my veins. No great family background for me remains. I haven't had a chance as others have had, but it makes no difference what folks think or say. I'm determined to be somebody someday. Some may think I made a poor start. Well, maybe I have, but I'll handle that part. At the end of each round, I'll be back on my feet, for there's something in me that's hard to beat. The fight may be tough, but I'm in it to stay, for I'm just determined to be somebody someday. My head may be bloody, and my skin may be red, white, brown, or black, but nothing shall throw me off my track. I climb the ladder round by round until my feet strike higher ground. And when I do, just remember what I say. I'm determined to be somebody someday. Words by Herbert W. Brewster. To Dr. Andrew Hougini Jr., 11th President of Alabama A&M University, our First Lady, Mrs. Abigail Hougini, our distinguished platform guests, parents, alumni, family, faculty, staff, and of course the students in the class of 2020. Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to stand before you and bring greetings at such a special and symbolic occasion, but most importantly, to welcome each of you to Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, as you'll come to call it the Hill. If the past is in fact a true indicator of the future, you are in great company. I want you to look to your left and then your right. You're looking at graduates of Alabama A&M University, future graduates of Alabama A&M University, future surgeons and medical providers, entertainers, professional athletes, businessmen and women, great legal minds, and the list goes on. And we, the administration, faculty, and staff are here to push you. You will also get a push from an unusual place or unusual things. For example, the room that you're in. The air is saying, be cool. The ceiling is saying, aim high. The windows are saying, see the world. The clock is saying, every minute is precious. The mirrors in the bathrooms are saying, reflect before you act. The doors are saying, push hard for your goals. The floor is saying, kneel down and pray. And the people in this room are saying, we're here to support you. Again, I bring you greetings on behalf of the Office of Student Affairs and Alabama A&M University. Welcome to the Hill. At this time, I'll ask Reverend Willie Alexander to come forward. Please stand for the invocation, followed by the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Let us pray. How good and excellent is your name, O Lord, in all the earth. Bless thy name. We thank you so much for your grace, mercy, and goodness that continues to fall fresh on us each day. We thank you for your power and your presence on this hill. And Father, as we began a new chapter in the life of the university and students, grant to us wisdom. Grant to us understanding. Grant to us mercy and forgiveness. And grant to us a spirit of cooperation, that all that we do will bring glory and honor to your name. And God, as always, we ask you to continue to guide and direct us, that we'll be great caretakers of the young minds and hearts that you've placed in our care. We thank you and we love you. Bless in Christ's name, for in his name we pray. Amen. Please remain standing as we sing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, rise the listening skies. Let every sound loud as
You may be seated. Our fall 2016 convocation speaker is a native of Nashville, Tennessee. She's a summa cum laude graduate of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, where she obtained both her bachelor's and master's degree. While at Alabama A&M University, she also served as Miss AAMU for the year 2007-2008. During her reign, she instituted a number of prominent outreach initiatives, including the annual Christmas Angel Tree Program, which is still being held each year. Professionally, Brittany has worked as the Membership and Marketing Coordinator for the Student Health and Wellness Center at Alabama A&M University, and a partner and brand designer for Green Turtle Marketing, an award-winning brand marketing and graphic design company based in Nashville, Tennessee. Currently, she is the founder and executive director of Saved in the City, a faith-based 501c3 organization designed to encourage and equip young adult women to live better together through life groups, retreats, conferences, and more. Brittany is the recipient of the HuntsvilleAL.com Young Professional Award, as well as a graduate of Leadership Huntsville Connect Class 16. She is set to release her first book later this year. She is another living example that with a degree from Alabama A&M University, you can indeed start here and go anywhere. Let us give a warm bulldog welcome to our convocation speaker, Ms. Brittany Morton. Ms. Morton.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think we can do a little bit better than that. Are you excited to be here today? Is anybody excited to be a bulldog? I want you to give yourselves a hand. All right. Thank you so much, President Hughini. I honor you for this opportunity to come and stand before the class of 2020. I'd like to honor First Lady Hughini, our board of directors here at Alabama A&M University, all of the platform guests, administrators, faculty, staff, the parents, alumni, and I honor and I acknowledge you, our freshman class at Alabama A&M University. Again, good afternoon. It is such an honor to be here. I was here on campus last week, and I was up at the Student Center, and I was doing some work on some things, and I was so full of emotions as I began to walk through the Student Center and remember the times when I was here as a student and all of the countless hours we put in the work that we did here as Bulldogs. 12 years ago, I sat in the seats that you all sit in today. I was a young, naive, ambitious young woman from Nashville that had a heart that wanted to make a difference and had dreams and ambitions. 12 years later, I stand before you, as President Hughini said, as a product of this fine institution, and I can't be more proud to say that I am a Bulldog. As my bio said, I currently lead, I'm going to just speak a little informal to you because I hope that what I'm going to share today is going to inspire majority of you. But today I lead a 501c3 organization, and we are able to service thousands of women all across this country. But my story, many times we hear people's stories and we say, wow, that's awesome. But oftentimes we don't know the story that goes behind someone's success. So I want to share with you a little bit today about my journey. And my hope and my prayer is that you're able to extract some tools that I'm going to give you that you can apply and also be successful during your time here on the Hill. My mother was a high school graduate, and my father probably reads on a 6th grade level. I was the first one out of my immediate family to go to college. As I began to prepare and when I was growing up, my mother told me something that stuck with me all throughout my as a childhood. And she said, Brittany, and I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, you're going to go to college. She said, I don't have the money to send you, so that means that your grades are going to have to send you. And I said, yes, ma'am. So as a little girl, I grew up understanding that I had a responsibility not only to myself, but to my family to go out and to make a difference and to go to school. So as a high schooler, I was going and making good grades and really focused and doing my thing. And it came time for me to decide which college I was going to go to. And I knew that I wanted to go to a historically HBCU because I just think they're so amazing. And so I began to look, and I had not at the time heard of Alabama A&M University. And I had applied to all these schools, and I had gotten accepted, had received various scholarships. And one day, I think it was July, we started school in August, it might have been July, I woke up one day and I said, Mama, I think I want to go down to Normal, Alabama. And thank God my mom is as supportive as she was, because I was planning to go to another institution. And we drove down here from Nashville, and my life has never been the same since I stepped foot on this campus. I fell in love with the history and what everything that this institution represented. And so I started my journey, and I sat in the seats that you sat in, and I looked and I saw Miss Alabama A&M sitting on that stage. I said, I'm going to be her. I heard about all the things that you can do on campus. I said, I'm going to do that too. And so I want to share with you today that in order for you to be successful, in order for you to come here and to finish, because you come to start and you want to finish what you start, the first thing I want you to know is it's imperative that you remain focused. I graduated from this university. I was involved on campus. I was the yearbook editor. I was the dance captain. I had the opportunity to serve as queen, but my academics matched my level of involvement. I graduated with a 3.99 GPA. Now, that's not something, thank you. That's not something that I brag about, but I share that with you to let you know that there's nothing that you cannot achieve if you have a made-up mind that when you come to this university, you're going to do what you set out to do. You see, you're going to face a lot of distractions. You're going to face a lot of different things as you're going to school, and they're going to try to distract you from why you were sent here. But I want to encourage you today, don't lose sight of why you're here. Don't lose sight of why your parents have sacrificed and made way so that you can get an education. Don't lose sight of the fact that there are young sisters and brothers and nieces and nephews that are back home that are watching every decision that you make, and you are setting an example for them. Don't lose sight that so many people at this institution have went before you so that you're able to sit in the seats that you sit in to get a better education. So remain focused. Somebody say focus. You have to remain focused, because there are going to be things that try to take your focus away from why you're here. Many times I ask, when I talk to young adults and I talk to young people, I tell them, never forget your why. W-H-Y. Never forget your why you start a thing, because I'm going to tell you, there are going to be some challenges when you get here. There are going to be some times where you say, you know what, I feel like giving up. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't feel like going to class. There are going to be a lot of different things and emotions that you're going to go through while you're here on the hill. But if you can always remember why you began, it's going to encourage you in the times where you feel like giving up. It's going to encourage you in those nights where you're studying all night long and you're saying, is this going to pay off? I'm here to tell you that every sacrifice you will make on this campus, every hard work, every test, everything that you go through, it will be worth it. So you want to make sure that you remain focused. Now, focus requires sacrifice. It requires sacrifice. I remember I stayed on campus all 4 years, and I stayed in West, and I remember there were times where my friends wanted to go and do certain things, but I knew I had a test the next day, or I knew I had an assignment the next day. In order for you to be successful, you have to understand that it's going to come with a level of sacrifice. It's going to come with you having to turn down some things sometimes. You may not be able to do everything that everyone else is doing because you're going where some other people may not be going. So realize that there are going to be times where you have to sacrifice. You're also going to have to make sure you are intentional. Many people believe that success comes with you just stumble upon success. But I've learned that it doesn't happen that way. In order for you to accomplish your goals, you have to have a measure of intentionality in everything that you do. It's not the time to just chill and have a good time, but you have to be focused, and you have to understand that you have been put here for a purpose than what you can fully understand right now. You also have to be selective about who you surround yourself with. I'm just giving you a few tools for you to be successful. It's really, really important, and I hope that you hear my heart, that you're extremely selective about the friends, about the circles, because everybody does not have your best interest at heart. Did y'all hear me? Everyone does not have your best interest at heart. And so you have to be very selective about the surroundings that you're with, because if you're not careful, if you get connected to the wrong people, they will lead you down a path that you never thought that you would be in. And so it's important that you get around people that are striving to do and go in the same direction that you're striving to do and go in. Every semester when I was here at A&M, there were less and less people that I saw. My freshman class started out really large, but as the semesters went on, there were people who did not return from various reasons. But what I realized is that because a lot of people got distracted, they forgot their why. They forgot what they initially started out when they first came here, and they lost sight along the journey. But I believe that this class won't be that class. I believe that each of you will start the very thing that you are set out to finish here at Alabama A&M University. The next thing I want to share with you is that it's very important that you remain teachable. It's very important that you remain teachable. You're not only a student at Alabama A&M University, but you are a student in life. You should always take the posture that wherever you go, whoever you're surrounded by, whatever situation that you find yourself in, there is something that you can learn. You know, I've learned in our younger generations that many times we feel that we know everything. And the reality is that we don't. You come here and you're gonna be exposed to so many things, from your professors to those that you stay with in the dorm. You can learn something from anyone. And if you keep the posture of a student, not just here on campus, but everywhere you go, you will constantly be shaped and molded into the person that you're becoming. So remain teachable. Operate in a level of humility. Don't get prideful and puffed up, but humble yourself, and I promise you, you will be exalted, and you'll be doing great things, greater things than you ever imagined that you could do. The last thing I want to share with you is remain a servant. Our motto, service is sovereignty, is just not something that we say, but it's a lifestyle, and it's a part of who you want to become and be in your DNA. I can tell you countless stories of how I didn't at the time realize how I selflessly served in the capacities that I did while I was here at Alabama A&M University, and the doors that it has opened for me. When I was a student here, I'll share this story with you, and I'm going to go to my seat. When I was a student here, I was very involved. I was about my business type of girl, and I served and I helped and I created programs, and we did so many phenomenal things. And once I graduated, I began to navigate my way through life. And I remember getting a phone call one day from A&M. And the individual called and she said, "Brittany, we need you to come back to the university." And I said, "Come back and do what?" Exactly. And they began to explain to me that they were getting ready to open up the Student Health and Wellness Center, and they needed someone to come do marketing. And at the time, I was getting ready to do something else completely different from my life, not realizing that that phone call was a divine phone call from my destiny. And so I came down and I interviewed, and the lady told me, she said, "Brittany, you were recommended for this job because of the type of student you were while you were here. The administration saw the work that you put in. They saw your commitment to excellence, and we want to offer you this position because of the person that we know you are." See, you have no idea who's watching you. You have no idea with every decision that you're making, the things that you would do, the decisions that you would make on this campus, the doors it will open up for your life. So I want to encourage you today. I don't know what your background may be. I don't know if you may have a story like mine where you're the first one in your family to come to college, or maybe you come from a line of bulldogs. But I want you to know that it's not by accident that you're here, that this is a divine appointment, that God is going to do some amazing things in your life. But if you have to remain focused, you have to be teachable, and you have to remember at the core of it all, you are a servant. You are our world changers. I'm excited to see what all that you're going to accomplish on the Hill and the world. As President Hughini said, you will start here, but I am a living witness that you can go anywhere. Thank you so much.
Ms. Morton, would you please? Ms. Morton, we certainly want to thank you very, very much for that inspirational, challenging message. I trust, class of 2020, that you listened attentively, but more importantly, I trust that you will act on what she has shared with us today. Thank you for being, again, a wonderful example of this great university, and we wish for you the very best and Godspeed in your endeavors. Thank you again. We will now begin our torch lighting ceremony. Dr. Pitcher, would you please come forward?
Good afternoon. Ms. Tyra Crawford, Student Government Association President for the 2016-2017 school year, will now extend to you the Senior Challenge. Our torchbearers are members of the athletic department. The senior torchbearer is Mr. Quintarian McConico. Junior torchbearer is Mr. Marcus Merriweather. Sophomore torchbearer is Mr. Muhammad Sharif. And the freshman torchbearer is Mr. Deedrick Petty. Ms. Carliss Spencer, class of 2020 and recently accepted honors program member, will accept the challenge on behalf of her freshman class. At the end of the senior challenge, the lights will be dimmed. Follow the direction of the attendants on lighting your candle. When all candles have been lit, we will sing "This Little Light of Mine." Please observe the sacredness of this ceremony and remain silent until we begin. Thank you. Ms. Crawford.
Good afternoon. I am Tyra Crawford, Senior Communications Media Major from Sacramento, California. It is with great pleasure to be here this morning. Throughout our lives, we are surrounded by symbols, by concrete things that we can see and touch that stand and represent an ideas and or beliefs. An example of symbols would be images or colors, and that adorn a country's flag. For instance, the Nigerian flag, which has two colors, green and white, symbolizes agricultural and forestry. White symbolizes peace and unity. The Jamaican flag has three colors. Black being symbolic of hardships suffered through the past, green represents the fertile land, and the yellow, the shining sun. The Republic of India's flag has three colors. Deep saffron symbolizes courage and sacrifice. Dark green symbolizes faith, and white, which idealizes peace and truth. The United States of America consists of 13 horizontal stripes, 7 alternating white six flags, and the upper right-hand corner, the staff, and a rectangular blue field containing 55 pointed stars. The stripes symbolize 13 colonies that originally constituted the United States of America. White symbolizes purity and innocence. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor, and blue symbolizes vigilance, perseverance, and justice. A national flag is designed to serve as an emblem of a particular nation. It is a symbol for greatness, pride, and glory for it to share. The most revered of all symbols are those used in religion. Within the Christian faith, the cross is used. Within the Buddhism, the statue is used. And with the Judaism, the Torah is used. These symbols represent the purity and the strength of these religious faiths. But another symbol, far older than any other symbol mentioned, is the symbol that one comes down from us to the earliest of the days of the flourishing Greek civilization, the torch. For more than 3,000 years, the torch has represented to civilized man the light of learning and the light of education as it forests the dark walls to increase of ignorance and allows man to dwell and grow in benevolent beams. In ancient days, it was fire that allowed man to triumph over the savage animal world that allowed its light to give fire to him. Today, it's that fire of education that allows man to triumph over superstition, disease, hatred, and ignorance. In ancient times, it was necessary to keep a flame burning endlessly, so when man ventured out from the fire, they could take it within the torches with which it's supposed to kindle in its new places, and by means and skills of the arts based on its fire, to subjugate new areas and to the world's masteries. It is likewise true that fire and education were kindled in the days of antiquity. Scholars have lit their torches at these ancient fires of learning, going out and down through the ages of the time today, passing the educations of torches along thousands of years. Our traditional ceremony is a symbol of reception and carrying forward the torch of learning. The senior class of 2016 received the torch from those who went before them. And now you see a senior torchbearer as he approaches with the torch, the symbol of education. Thus, the senior class passes the torch to the junior class. Thus, the junior class passes the torch to the sophomore class. The sophomore class passes the torch to a freshman. The freshman bears it forward and now approaches and passes the torch to you, those who will graduate in 2020.
From the class of 2019, I received this torch, a symbol of learning for the class of 2020. Each member of the class of 2020 holds an individual candle to these fires that have reached us out of the past. As you receive these candles, take also the spirit of education and the spirit of service to your fellow man and woman. May this fire forever symbolize for us the spirit of human enlightenment. And may you, the class of 2020, keep this fire burning so that in turn you may give it with its brilliance undiminished to those who follow you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will now sing This Little Light of Mine, found in your program booklet. Freshmen, would you please stand with your candles? And remember the sacredness of the program. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time, this little light. This little light of mine. Sing it. I'm gonna let it shine. Beautiful. I can't hear you. I'm gonna let it shine. Beautiful. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I would ask that you would please look in your programs on page 3 for the litany for success. The litany for success. I would also ask that the class of 2020 would please stand as we go through this litany of success. I did not ask you to talk, I asked that you stand. Because we know that knowledge illumines the pathway to opportunity. Because we know that without an unwavering sense of loyalty to our purpose, our dreams will never become reality. Because we know that an unfocused mind will never reflect the truth of its potential. Because we know that laziness is the express way to failure and poverty. Because we know that we will only grasp those things which we earnestly and diligently pursue. Because we know that we can only achieve that which we can believe. Because we know that our expectation gives form to our reality. Because we know that the pursuit of unity and compassion will make our days brighter. Because we know that a life lived with negativity is a life lived in darkness. Because we know that greatness is only rewarded to those who are always willing to go the extra mile. And if we carry all of these, we will surely carry the torch of success. You may be seated. Again, it is our delight and pleasure to welcome you to Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. We are delighted that you have made this your institution of choice. Again, we want to thank Ms. Morton for those very challenging words. And she said to each of you that, in fact, you have a dream. Everything begins with a dream. Even the construction of this building began with a dream. Instagram began with a dream. But what is your dream? Is that dream for you to become a music producer, an artist, a business owner, an athlete, professional athlete, an attorney, a doctor, a college president, minister, policeman, governor, congressman? What is your dream? Any dream that you have, that dream can become a reality. You must first believe that it is possible, and then after believing that it is possible, you must be willing to work. Simply dreaming about a dream will not make it happen. There are a couple of things that you must do in order for your dreams to become a reality. And I will give you an acrostic from the word dream. D, you must be determined that you will never give up. Continue working toward that dream. E, education. You need all of the education that you possibly can for the technological environment and competitive world in which we find ourselves. A, you need an action plan. You must outline how you will move from one point to the other in order for your dream to become a reality. M, you must be motivated. That is to pursue your dreams with passion. And if you are determined, if in fact you have education, if you realize your potential, have an action plan, then your dreams will become true, provided you are motivated and you have sacrifice. And the R that I left out was reality, realizing what it is that you need to do. That is how your dreams become a reality. So we wish for you the very best, that your dreams will come true, and that Alabama A&M University will be a part of that process. So again, welcome, and we are delighted to have you here at Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. With that said, we will proceed with our program. the retiring of the colors as well as the singing of our alma mater. We'll stand for the alma mater and then remain standing for the retiring of our colors.
Our